down Taisus in Shabbos that says that when you take out the chilazim, so it's darkoi lefarches in the karev misasai. When you take it out, you're not killing it like a regular fish. It thrashes and it violently shakes around so that it almost like it takes its own nefesh on its own. We say that doesn't stim at all with the murex. When you take out of the water, it doesn't move at all. I saw brought down, I didn't see it by the Radziner itself, I couldn't find it, but Svarim bring down B'Shem the Radziner that the cuttlefish puts up an extremely violent fight when you try to trap it. Not so much because it's out of the water, like a regular fish jumps around out of the water, but as soon as it feels that you're trying to grab it, or take a hold of it, or sees that it's leaving the water, it puts up a major fight. And Itaki says that it's supposed to stim very well with this mefarches. Although he says it could live on the abosha also. So I guess it's not so much the fact that it's out of the water that it thrashes around, but it's the fact that you're trapping it. But in any case, it is a mefarches. The supporters of the Murad bring a moiridik raya, very, very stark raya, from Taisus later on the same moment in Shabbos. Taisus says, it's brought down Taisus in Ksubis and Dafhei, that the chilazin, the dam of the chilazin is mifkid pocket. That means that it's like a separate entity. It's not the regular lifeline blood of the chilazin. It's a separate encasement, which is exactly the way the murex is. It's in a separate gland. We said it's in a hypobronchial gland, and it's got nothing to do with blood, but it's a mucus over there. But it's takamifkid pocket, and it's shtims gewaldig with this sheepitz. Rabbeinu Tam later on in Daf Ayin Hey. It doesn't necessarily limit it to the murex. The cuttlefish has that same mile as well. It's also in a separate pouch, but it is a very stark raya that the chilazim is the murex. That's all until you look at Taisus inside and get a little closer. Taisus asks a kasha. Taisus says, the Gemara says that you should be chayiv for tzeidah. The Gemara says you should be chayiv for disha. The Gemara even asks you should be chayiv for killing it. So when you take the dam, you're going to kill it. Anybody's blood, you take out the dam, you're going to kill it. So Taisus says no. That the Gemara says, since you're trying the kavanah to keep it alive, so even though naturally when you're going to take out the dam, the dye, it's supposedly should die, but since you're trying as hard as you could and you're being tayrach, Rashi says, to do it in a way, so the mele it's like a psikresha, it's not only just a regular psikresha, and therefore it's mutter. Frek Taisvis, I don't understand. If a person is choivel in another person, he just takes out a little bit of blood from somebody, he's over an isser of derais of Shabbos for being choivel. He didn't kill the person, just took out some of the dam. Zok Taisvis, based on Rashi later on, that the reason is because since Adamu HaNefesh, since the blood is the lifeline of a person, so when you take out a person's dam, you took away part of his nefesh, and that itself is like netilas neshamah. You killed him. You didn't kill him 100%, but you killed him malikok with kapalga. What's the difference if you killed him a big amount, small amount? Lamaisa took away his dam. Taking out the dam in itself is a netilas neshamah to a certain degree, even if you take out a little bit. So the male effect, sure, you're not trying to actually kill the chilazim, effect Taisvis, that the Gemara deals with, but for taking out the dam itself, effect Taisvis should be chayiv for chayvel in the chilazim. Taisus points out that the isser of the chayvel has nothing to do with weakening it. If it would be because when you take out blood, you're weakening the person, weakening the animal, that would not be over here. That would be a malacha shein tzricha legufa. You wouldn't be chayiv for that. But he says that the dam itself, yadamu nefesh, and by taking away its dam, you're taking away its nefesh, and therefore taking out dam being chayvel equals netilas neshamah. So Taisus says, so why over here you're not chayiv just for taking out a little bit of dam? Zok Taisus, because it's mifkid pocket. It's in a separate It's in a separate case. It's in a separate area, l'chayr, and therefore when you take it out, you're not b'chlal being chayv. You're not killing it. You're not taking out the dam and nefesh. That's not the dam and nefesh. That's just a separate dam that doesn't need to live with. You're not chayv. Correct Taisus, I don't understand. But as you take out, as you're taking out the dam, which is taka mifkid pocket, which is the dye that you need, but automatically with that is coming out the rest of the dam. And that dam, you're killing. You're making it weaker. You're chayvel in the chilazim. And for Taisus, no. The dam that you need for the dye, which is the dam, that's mifkid pocket. That's nothing to do with the lifeline. That's not killing it. But the other dam that's automatically going to come out with it, that you don't want, like the Gemara says, because that's going to kill it, and that you want to keep it alive as long as you could, so that the dye stays at the highest quality and very clear, and therefore that's called a psikration d'lo nichalei. Taisus clearly says that when you take out the dam that you need for the dye, along with it, the psikration is automatically going to come out the dam hanefesh, the dam with the lifeline. And by the murex, that's no shaykhis. It's a totally separate gland. You can take out that gland, get the little drops that you need, and it will unaffect the whole thing. The animal eventually will die because it will get infection because you just cut open a wound. But there's no other dam. Not only is it not a psikration, but it will never happen. It doesn't happen. It's not it's not connected with the rest of the dam. Tosha says, no, the dam that you're looking for the dye is taka mifkid pocket. But when you're going to take that mifkid pocket, Tosha psikration, automatically the rest of the dam is going to come out. And when the rest of the dam comes out, you're killing it. You're being chayvel in it. On that Tosha says, for that part you don't want, because whatever dam comes out, you're weakening it, and that dam you don't want to have because you don't want to see. So obviously we have to learn a different shot in Tosfos. And as we'll see, there are many Rishonim that give other terutzim over here, and in Mitzvah Hashem we'll see some Sefer Ksubas how to be miyashir. Yesterday, we brought down Rabbeinu Tam. Rabbeinu Tam says that the chilazim is a mifkid pocket. It's stored in a certain, its own, it's not mamish chiburi mikveh.